ChatGPT 4.0 was finally released around the world, and then there is so much amazing updates with that ChatGPT 4.0. With that, image creation has gone to another level. It's another dimension. So today I'm going to show you two simple examples, and then I wanted to show you how good it is you to create some amazing images, right? But then it's not just generating one image, but we are kind of creating sequence of images. So I'll go through the basics of ChatGPT 4.0 image creations. It has a lot more to do, but let's just start with the basic two types of image generation, right? So let me share my screen. Here it is. So the first thing is, so I was actually going through some image generation ideas and all, but then I thought, okay, why not I create a story using ChatGPT? So I mean, basically, I haven't generated a story or I don't have a story idea. I'm just trying to create a prompt, and then throughout the prompt, I built up a story, right? Not only that, with the story, I have created images as well. So I kind of generated the image, then thought of, okay, what could be the next scene of the story? Then again, I have written my prompt, then it generated another image. Likewise, we have created a sequence of images which compiles together, makes a good story, right? So let me share that with you. So first, I went ahead and then I created this prompt, right? This prompt basically calls a character and then defines its features, like a 26-year-old woman. Okay, so I would have said female, and then all those features, right? Then I generated. Unfortunately, I was generating tons of images, so it asked me to wait for a while. Then, by the way, I gave it Pixar 3D animation style as well. So this is kind of a woman who is sad, then looking at the sky, Pixar style, right? Try to generate it. It didn't work because I was generating a lot. Then tried again. After some time, it created me this image. Then with so this is actually through ChatGPT, right? Then you have the option to create through Sora as well, right? Then I went to Sora and then I tried to create the similar images. For some reason, I was not able to create the exact type of image using Sora. I'm sure it is the same model, but it didn't create me the model I wanted to create, the image I wanted to create. So I went back and then I generated it here. So it generated this image. So I kind of got the base image. In your case, you can just write the right, you can generate the image. I mean, you can generate multiple images until you get the right sort of image. So actually, in my case, I can actually show it to you. So if I go to my media, so I was trying to generate lots of images like this, right? I was trying to generate lots of images like this. These were the images I got. This was okay. This was okay, actually almost similar to what I created. But then let's go back. So this is the image. From there, I said the character name, which was mentioned above. The character name, looking at the sky, full of star at night, and far there is a ship, probably an alien craft, UFO. When I create it and ask it to generate, well, I haven't even said, or I haven't even add this create image prompt. So you can actually click type / like this, like that, and then you can say create like this. Then you can edit, or you can just click this button and then you can try it. So I did that in the beginning, but after that I did not. Then I said, and then it created this image. So I got this image, right? Then what I did, okay, the character's name meets an alien and the character's name of the alien, friendly, intelligent being visiting to help mankind, right? So from there, I started to build the story. Even added the names for those two alien and the person. So it created this. got it, I can fine tune if I wanted by clicking on it, and then I can just type it here. So what actually I did was, once I got this image, and then I typed this, I got this, and then I clicked on the image, then I've written the second prompt, which was this. Then it generated this image. So I'm kind of generating the image. Um, I'm kind of remixing. So I'm generating the image through the existing image. So it's kind of have the reference for it. So that's the trick here. So I created here this. Then again, I clicked on this. I thought of the next story. So the character asked the alien to shapeshift as a young boy so he can meet the villagers. Just the idea. So what I did, clicked on this, typed the prompt, then it generated this. Then again, I clicked on this, typed the prompt where it meets the leader. Okay, so I was just typing this and then the leader. From there, I clicked again, typed the prompt. It literally created this character. The monk was shocked to hear that the uh, well, Luz is a human boy, brother, he's an alien, right? So he's not a human, he's an alien. So he got shocked, right? And then both two are also kind of getting shocked. Then I generated this character. So, well, that was a mistake I made. So usually until this stage, I generated the next image, like I said, through remixing kind of a thing, right? So I open this and then I type. So it's kind of get the reference to create the image. But from here, I actually forgot, uh, and then I typed it. It kind of went back and it made a cartoon character, which is not similar to what we had earlier. Then, well, I had to continue. I could have just again clicked this and regenerated it, but I was just experimenting. Then I written a prompt here, and then I written the prompt again, so I kind of got the whole story. So this is how I created the whole of the stories. This is one example, right? So basically, what you could do, either you come up with a storyline. So my ideal example is uh, just get your phone, record it, or open ChatGPT on your phone, or likewise, you have a podcast set up. So you click it, and then you just if you have a story idea, just explain the story idea to ChatGPT, and then you can ask it to separate the characters, give features for each character, and then build the storyline based on your narration, and then it'll build your storyline. Then you can copy the prompt, ask it to generate prompts, then you can copy the prompt, and then you can generate your characters. Or vice versa, you can start by, this is just to create your mood board, I guess. Start by writing a prompt to create the initial scene. From there, you build up your story. So the next test I did, or the experiment I did, was with this. So this is the final output, by the way. I have this product. I just did a photo shoot. So I got this product, right? It's a cosmetic set, right? It's called Oleole. You can just go and check online. It's a good product. So I got this image. I mean, I shot the image. I uploaded it. Again, I used the create image prompt, the starter prompt. This is my cosmetic product set. Recreate a product photography. Be creative, right? I just asked it to be creative. So I didn't give it any other information. It just created this. Now, if you look into detail, it's actually had everything else except the logo was not exactly as it is. But you can always fix that using any photo editing tool software. Then I got that. Then I uploaded another sample. Well, this this is the original image. Then I said, okay, can you use similar background style? Just ask it to use similar background style. But I did one thing. If you can see here, the image, I just opened this up and then typed it here. So it's kind of getting the reference from this image, not from the main image. I could have done that as well, but I just got this, and then I asked it to create the reference. Then it created this. So from here, right, to this. So it created that reference. So almost used all these background, and then it created a similar concept, right? So this really looks good. Then, so it's taking reference. Then I again give another image, and then again I use the reference from this image. So I could have uh, added the reference from this image as well. So what you do is basically you just click on this and then upload the image here, from here, and then write the prompt, right? So then I generated this. Took me a while because I was generating a lot from the other side. By the way, I think you can generate multiple new chats and you can generate multiple images. But in Sora, it says you can, at a time, you can generate 2 images with the basic plan. But then when I uploaded this and asked it to generate this from here to here, generated this. So all I needed was actually the bottles, then labels I can just replace with the photo editing tool. So from here, we came to this. So this was the second example. Now I would like to show you one more example, right? So this was actually my first experiment. So I gave my picture, and then I asked it to create a storyboard with this. So I kind of wanted to create another story. So this is how I reached to the end. So let me just go through it. So I asked it to create a storyboard. So create image. I asked it to create a storyboard. So it kind of created. So it thought instead of storyboard, it just created this reference, character references. And this is a storyboard. Then I said, now you can create a story of 2 minutes that this is a software developer who loves coding and invented the first AGI. Then, so I gave my image, and then without any explanation, I just said, okay, create a story. So it started creating. The title is Code Whisper, and then it just created the storyline. Then I said, can you create a comic book story with this? From there, it created a storyboard, right? So this is the storyboard. So this is just the entire story in one. Then it calls me Ryan, right? Then can you change the character name to Rimaz? Make it a bit realistic. So I wanted the story to be realistic. Then it just written the story again for me. Then now can you generate the image? So it generated image, and then it renamed to Rimaz. So even the text was written by ChatGPT. So it renamed to Rimaz, and then the whole story was like this. So I thought, why not I build a complete story for like a comic story with a couple of books pages. Okay, then I said, let's continue the story. First, let's create a character sheet, help to keep the character consistency. So I wanted to create a character sheet so that, the character will have like certain, I mean, this character will have certain features, and then, facial characters, facial features and all of that. So what I said, and then I think it understood in a different form. I could have explained it further, but then it said, okay, this is a story, Code Whisper, and then it gave a character set to this character. I mean, features to this character, and then style of clothing, personality, background, and then the relationship itself. So it literally created everything. Then from there, I said, okay. Then it's asked me, would you like to have a visual versions sheet too? I said yes. Then I said, can you create the character sheet again? So it kind of created this, right? So this is not I was expecting. I was expecting a different format, but then I said generate a cartoon character sheet. Then it created something like this. I was expecting something like this, but a little bit more. But I was not happy. Then I tried a couple of times, and then I came to this facial features. But then I was like, okay, let's continue the story, right? Um, because I just wanted to get this reference sheet. Then from there, I can build up the character and then individual stories, pages. Then I said, okay, let's continue the story. So it started writing the chapter two. Then it got chapter two, all of that. Then I said, okay, I like it. Let's create a storyboard. Create them page by page, like an actual book. Right? Then it created the page one, page two, page three, page four, page five. So the whole chapter has 5 pages. Then it asked me, let me know if you want to visualize this illustration. So it means you wanted to create the image. And I said, yes, generate the comic storybook. So it created this first page, right? I mean, it started from in the middle. So I said, can you create this for each chapter, right? Then again, it's written to understand it. Okay, the same story, but then it started from chapter one, first page. Yes, let's start. So I said, would you like to generate the illustration? Yes. So it started. This is the first page. So it says, like when I was a kid, I always loved to write program. I like to code. That's where it started. So it's this kid version wearing the same specs. Okay, it's asking me to generate the next chapter. It written the story, and I said, okay, create the next one. This is the second page. And then likewise the third page, fourth, and then the fifth. Then I said, okay, perfect. I like it. So the chapter one was done. And then, okay, I want the cover page. I asked it to generate the cover page. So it generated this, right? So it generated this image. And then I loved it. And then I said, okay, you know what? Let's do the ending as well. So I was thinking to, you know, post it on Instagram stories. So I said, okay, write the last part to be continued. It written me to be continued. It's a fun project. So couple of image generation styles. We have discussed 3 types. One is build up a story from a prompt, right? Second is given an image, a product image, you generate product image, and you can be more creative than I. The third one is build up a story using an image, build character sheets, and then from there you build up the entire story. So that's it for today. I think generative has been growing to an extent that you don't need to write, you don't need to probably design things by yourself. Um, there used to be Photoshop, Illustrator, all of that. CorelDRAW was there for a long time before. If you know what it is, you are old enough to, right? Old enough to know the past, I guess. So, and then Canva came. Canva was not the exact replacement of Photoshop or Illustrator, but it kind of changed the way that things we design or the way that designer thinks. Because usually when it was Photoshop and Illustrator, we had to have we had to come up with the creative process by ourselves. So we can see some samples, but you always have to build from scratch most of the time, even though you can get these templates. But then getting the template and opening up files and managing it, it was a difficult task. But then we moved from there to Canva, where you get templates, ready-made templates, very simplified templates on the web. You build everything on the web, and then software as a service. Canva nailed it. So from there, you just build up your own design flow using a basic template. So you get a template, then you can start building, or you can create your on your own. But most cases, you just get a template and you can just build on top of it. But the end product will not be exactly as there was no similarity from the template and the end product, but you're actually built up from there. So your creative process gets faster and then more creative because you get references. The same way with these type of generative AI, so you are kind of not replacing designers, because even to design something, you need to have that creative creative thought process. You need to have that thought, even just because writing prompt, it doesn't mean that you can generate that a perfect image. You need to have that creativeness. So it just expands how you create. I bet soon enough, Canva, a software like Canva will introduce this within their platform. So you should be able to do more, much more, not only for images, probably for videos and audios as well. So I don't think it's going to take that long. I would probably imagine this is going to happen within few months or maybe few weeks. So let's be excited though, and then be positive about what's going to happen in our lifestyle.